Hi, I'm Takashino, and yesterday I made this video. And here's how I did it. First step is that I wanted the whole area to be one color. So I started with brown, then I went to the healing brush tool, made sure that the mode is set to replace. And for example, for the start, I have the hardness to be something very low. And then I just grab an area, for example here. And then you just start painting. And for example, this area is a bit more light. Let's take from here. Then just make sure, carries on, and make sure to avoid stuff like that. Carry on from somewhere that's a bit more far away. And then try and avoid these kind of patterns. So let's do something like this. And try and hide as many lines as possible, as you can see if I go in here. And just try and avoid these. So for example here, I'm gonna go from here and just paint it over like this. And you just carry on like that. And then after for example, I've done it all brown. Then I would do the same for the white area, which is more really bright beige, I guess. So same situation, just do like that. Just make sure that to hide as much of the patterns as possible, so it looks a bit more natural. And after that, I just save them, and then I go to After Effects. Now in After Effects, as you can see, it's all set up here. First step was to, if I move the effect here and choose something a bit more, something like this, I mess around a little bit with the levels, as you can see, with the brightness, contrast and posterize, to just have more contrast, which helps. For example, if I turn that off and go back to here, this doesn't look as good as if I bring back the effects, and here it's more sharp, it's more clean. And then if we go here, this is how I got it to look like it's on the cut. First step was to, if I move the effects here, was to just use turn it into a 3D object and just place it so it roughly looks like it's on the cut. So for example, if I go back here, more or less looks like it's on the cut. Then if I bring back the effects and turn off, the first step was Bezier warp, so it's more in line with everything. So it gives it a little bit of a bend, so it looks more like it's on the body of the cat. Then I added displacement, which, as you can see, gives it a little bit of the fur texture. And for that, I just use a normal map for like a fur normal map that I found on the internet. Just so happened that the first one I went for looked fine, and I used that as a layer to use it for the displacement map with the displacement map effect. And then I just added a fast box blur to just give it a little bit more blurriness, so it looks a bit better. If I did this again, I would probably add a little bit more blur. So let's see if I did 2. This could look a little bit better, but with lower resolutions and uploading on Twitter, I think it's better to just show this a little bit more like this. And then it's just a matter of how I got this to look like that. So basically, what I did was have it so anything that is supposed to be black shows up as this layer here. Everything that's black shows up as this layer, and everything that's not shows up as this layer. So basically, here you have the pre-comp and you have the layer that's just the white part. So what I wanted to do was use this pre-comp layer and just have it so anything that's white shows up. How to do that? You press on toggle sources and modes and go on the layer that you want to use, and then go on track matte and choose the layer that you want to use as a guide for the cutout, I guess, the Luma cutout. For example, here pre-comp 1, and then, for example, if I turn it off, no matte, it'll just show up like that. And if I bring it back to pre-comp 1, there we go. And yeah, I'm not used to making tutorials, so this is the best that you'll get from me for now, but thanks for watching.